Hello and welcome to a new Wants to Watch upgrade video. So we did the first one last week where we took a look at the first card that I was interested in investing in, which was Jonathan David from Lille. I thought the upcoming match against Lens, which was the Derby of the North, was a good chance for Lille to get a good win in, since they're in a fantastic form at the moment. And Jonathan David, being the new star sign for Lille, I thought he might get a chance to contribute into the game and maybe get an inform. Now that wasn't the case, so quite a few at around 22,000 and a couple more after his price dropped to around 17. So now I think his price is somewhere around 16,000. So there's a loss of like 5, 6, 7,000 there on the card. But like I said in the initial video, I'm going to keep the card. It was a card that I'm interested because it also had a low risk exposure of, even if it doesn't do well, we probably aren't going to lose a lot of coins per card. So 5,000-6,000 on a card is really not that much to lose on a card, because he could go up at any minute. And like I said, because Bamba from Lille looks like he might be getting an inform with 1 assist and 1 goal as a left mid, might be a good chance for that Jonathan David card to bounce back a little bit. Maybe we'll see by tomorrow when the team of the week is released. So for me, this is not a particular good time to invest in these cards, since they're still in packs, and I think on Friday both teams will go into packs for another week, which means a lot more cards will get into the market, and that will definitely affect their value. But there are some cards that have some potential and they're not that expensive. Depending on what to look for and when to buy, they might be a good opportunity when people are selling because they think that the card it doesn't have any chance or is not performing as expected in real life. They're unloading, so the price gets dropped by a lot, and that's maybe a good time for you to go in and invest. And if the card gets an inform, you're gonna make bank. So for me, I gathered a few cards here, as you can see, that I think have a good potential and not too much exposure in terms of your coins, so you don't put too many coins in expecting for a card to go up. Like, let's say this guy here, Timo Werner, was around I want to say 650 on the PS4 before his game on the weekend, and obviously he scored 2 goals and 1 assist, I believe. So his price skyrocketed. I think he's somewhere around 850 right now. People are expecting for him to get an inform, though Chelsea drew 3-3, so I don't know how viable that is. For me, it's a 50-50. I think he might get one, he might not get one. I don't know. EA always could surprise us with not giving a deserved inform to some guy or another. So this guy is at 850 now. If he doesn't get an inform tomorrow, his price is gonna drop way down. So the number one rule when investing in live cards is, as soon as there's a hype around the card, like let's say during the match or right after the match, when the card has potential in getting an inform because it scored a goal or gave some assists or something like that, and the price has risen by a lot, you should know to cut the losses and get the wins, and don't be too greedy, because if you sell in the hype, that's where you make the maximum profit. Also, I'm going to pull up here a handy guide for you to know of based on what rating the card has, what his next upgrade is going to be. So for an 82, he will go to an 84, an 83 will go to an 85, and so on. Cards from 85 and up will only receive 1 inform. Cards from 84 down will receive 2 informs and more. So for me, those are more favorable informs because they receive much more upgrades, bigger upgrades, and that affects their price even more. So like I said, this Werner card, I just wanted here for an example. Another card is this Bale that everyone is very hyped about. I think he made his first appearance on the weekend as a sub back in. I don't know if he's going to be getting, he would need a few games if he's going to be starting in the team. But the thing about it is that this week we have Champions League European games. So if Bale, depending on how the team performs in this midweek, which the games for Europe, I don't think they're going to count at all for the next team of the week, because we're going to have regular league games on Saturday and Sunday. So I think those games will count more towards their next in form. So I have Bale here because he might get a start or more time during the league game on the weekend, and there he might have a chance to maybe contribute to the game by an assist or a goal, and there he might have a potential, looking at a potential inform next week. But that's just if you want this Bale in your team. I don't see him at the moment as a good investment to go in. The risk is a bit too high at the moment. So we're looking at cards that have not too much exposure. Most of them are going to be very low rated, but have some good options for you to buy in different positions. And I think with their rating, they get a minimum of a 2 boost in rating, so that makes them more desirable if they get an inform. So starting with the Premier League, which we have on this side, we're going to see Nelson Semedo, which I think at the moment he's around 100k. Has a good potential because I think the next 2 league games is going to be home to Wolves. So that's going to be a good advantage for Nelson Semedo to maybe get an assist or something like that, and maybe get an inform. So if this card gets an inform from an 83, goes to an 85, he's somewhere around under 100k at the moment. If the cards go into packs on Friday, he might get a bit more drop. But for me, the best day for you to buy if you want to invest in this card is going to be Thursday, Rewards Day. Right after rewards are started being opened, it might be a good idea to invest in this card. I will look for him for under 100k or close to 90k. This Ferran Torres from Manchester City looks like a card that might potentially get an inform, although this is a young player. Has exhibited some good potential. I don't know if he does get a chance. I have him here because of City having a Champions League game today or tomorrow. So maybe if, depending on how the game goes, City might rest some players or do a rotation, and he might get in the team with more time or even start. So he might get a potential into contributing into a City win and get an inform. And because he's very low priced, obviously he doesn't look great as a winger, but I think he looks great as a cam. So that might be a good opportunity to invest. The other card from the Premier League is going to be Rodrigo, which I think he's somewhere around 150,000 at the moment. He was close to 250 or something like that. A very hyped card. He hasn't performed at all for Leeds so far. I think he's only scored 1 goal, and that was against City. Coming up in the weekend game, I think Leeds has a good game for maybe Rodrigo if he starts and give us that good performance. Might get a chance to score, but I will look for him for under 150, especially on Thursday. If you can get him for maybe 140 or even under that, it will be a good deal for you to invest. From Italy, we have Vidal Hakimi from Inter. Hakimi has been playing good this season, but his card is not so desirable. That's why he has a low rating. I think it's because of this. He has a 2-star, 3-star skill moves, 2-star weak foot. It's not the best, but his card is overall a really nice card. He goes to an 85 with an upgrade. He might be a very versatile card if you are into that position switch. You could play anywhere in the midfield or even as a right back or something like that. I think he has a good potential. Inter, I think, has an easy game. Also, we might see Vidal as he's sort of in the midst of might be getting one, might not be getting one. So these two, I think, are very closely priced, around 30,000 or under. And I think Inter will have sort of an easy game on the weekend and grab a win. So if these two contribute there, we might see an inform from either one. And Osimhen as well, the new transfer to Napoli, sort of okay. I think, though, I put him here because he's also very low on price and because Napoli has an easy game on the weekend. And so it might be an opportunity for him to score maybe a couple of goals and get on that inform for next week. This is a quick recap of if you're looking into maybe getting a wants to watch upgrade. I will look into one of these players, look up on them a little bit more, If you want to buy on them, buy on Thursday. Look for their prices for maybe and if they're whatever they're on the market, kind of try to beat that price by at least 10% or lower. And buy that. And if that player, even in the game, if he scores or gives an assist and his price starts rising, if you're watching the game and you think he scores only one goal, he gets subbed off or something like that, he's going to get subbed off, then you should sell as soon as something like that happens. Don't wait for the card, because everything can change by the end of the game, or by Wednesday he might not receive an inform, and then you lose all your profit. So be smart, sell in the hype to make the most coins as you think is good for you on that investment. So this is going to be it for this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.